Hi. So, I begin this week with not really knowing how to spend this week. You see, I put so much thought and energy into finishing Lucky that I didn't consider what happens next. So here's the question. What happens next? I finished it. I'm super happy. I have never been more ecstatic to actually finish anything as much in my entire life. Like, it just, oh, the amount of just joy that filled me with is just, I can't even describe it. It is immeasurable. I have no words, and that's my job. So, I finished. I'm done. I'm happy. And now I'm lost. I don't know what to do about that. I have a lot of little things that I need to get done. A lot of it is working on my platform and all of that before I actually publish, and then getting my cover done and all of that. Although I do have a cover that I finished and I really like it, but I want to see about getting another opinion on it because it's one that I made, and I always see, basically never make your own covers. So I have to figure out what to do about that because I really like it, and I feel like it really encompasses what the story is about, and it's dark, and it shows that something is going to happen in this story. Something's going to happen. It's not oh, they all learn their lessons and blah, blah, blah. No. Bad shit happens, and it shows. The cover shows that. And I really like it, and I worked really hard on it, but I always hear, don't make your own covers. So I'm like, is that a universal don't make your own cover? Because I was an artist before this, and it's not like I hand sketched it. It's a photograph, and I did Photoshop on it, and it looks really good. I spent money on Photoshop to do this. Anyway, I'm cheap. I don't like spending money. But yeah, I spent money on it, like actually getting the software to actually do the cover correctly. So there is that. There's also, besides building my platform and working on my cover, I have a whole bunch of little projects that have been just sitting around, and also that project book that I was talking about last week. I can't find my folder that has all of my writing in it, all of it. It has every single story idea that I've had for the past 5 years or so in there, and there are some that I really want to work on. There's one that I can work on without it because it's like right up there. It is right on the tip of my brain. I can work on it. I just want to have a book that has a list of everything in one place, put together, so I know that when I need to find an idea to work on, that I have one that I already started, that I can just expand on and improve, which will be really great because it's Preptober. And yeah, I don't want the same thing happening as last Preptober where I did nothing and then November hit and I'm sitting there going, I'm writing a story that I don't know where it's going, and I'm not all that excited about it. I mean, it was a good story, but I wasn't excited about it. And I want to be excited about the one that I work on this year. I even won last year. I got all 50,000 words. I won last year. I haven't touched that story since then because it's one that I don't particularly care about. So yeah, having a list of projects to choose from and then going, which one do I find the most interesting this time? Having that will be so much easier than having to come up with something off the top of my head when everything is although now things aren't as crowded as they were before, because before it was just lucky, 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 lucky. But now I have two books that I'm very interested in working on. Both of them I already started, and I don't want to do the thing where you work on a project that you already started on and all of that. I want to actually start a new project. So that's going to be my focus for this week. See, it pulled back around. It rambled way off track, but it came back around. What I'm working on this week, I decided while I'm talking, because I think like that, or whatever. Anyway, what I came up with that I'm going to do this week is I'm going to work on that project book, even if I have to sit and think of every single story all over again. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go through all of my boxes and boxes and boxes of random papers. Plus, I have some things that I need to file and other things, but that's a whole nother story that has absolutely nothing to do with any of this. Yeah, so that's this week. Oh yeah, it's Tuesday, because yesterday I didn't feel like doing anything. I skipped my morning routine, and it turns out my morning routine is what sets me up for the rest of the day to actually get shit done. Well, I found that out. So, yeah, yesterday was a bust. It was either a bust or a wash. It feels more like a bust than a wash. It's like, yeah. It's not one of those, did Monday happen? No. What Monday? What is Monday? It's not one of those. No. It's one of those, Monday happened, and I didn't do anything with it. So yeah. So yeah, that's me this week. Working on a whole bunch of little projects. I'm probably not going to do much writing because I want to get a lot of outlining done. I have a couple of things to outline. I have a couple of essays to write. So, well, it's one essay, but it feels like it's going to take a lot of energy to do because it's about me, because I'm applying to school. I know what you're thinking. Isn't it a little late to apply to school? No, I'm just going to go ahead and put my application in anyway. Because why not? Anyway. So, yeah. That's this week. Basically, it's a scattered mess. That's what it is. That's what this week is. This week is a week of scattered messiness. Yes, I just made that up, and I'm sticking to it. Messiness is now a word. Yeah, pass it on. Yeah, so that's it. That is what's going on. That is what I am doing, and that. So I'm doing random stuff this week. So, yes, enjoy. Or not. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm even going to record it this week. Okay. Ooh. Saying okay a lot, like I wasn't expecting to leave the house today. Like, oh jeez, how did this happen? I know how this happened. I wanted this to happen. Hello. So it is Wednesday, and I'm still feeling rudderless. I'm just lost. I was so focused on one project, I'm completely lost now. I know I already said that, but it's still true. I'm still trying to find my new spark, you know? So, that's it. That's basically all I have to say is that's it. And then, luckily, I was gone all day today, so I didn't really have time to feel my um, lack of direction. So, I guess that's one good thing? I don't know. It's something. I don't know what, but it's something. anyway, I'm still on the hunt for my project list. Well, yeah. So that's, I think, what I'm going to do for the rest of the day is go through my old boxes and see if I can find it in there. So that's it for now. And yeah, we'll see about later. Okay. So, hi. Party may be wondering, what happened to last week? I'm wondering the same thing. If anybody sees last week, let me know. Okay? I've put out a missing persons. I've, contacted the FBI. Nobody seems to know what happened to my last week. I don't know. So we move along. And in moving along, it is now October, which, as we all know, is Preptober. Yes. One of the most wonderful times of the year. Well, pretty close. Still cold outside. It's the sweater. So, I mean, that's not, super thrilling. But the rest of it, very awesome. Turning leaves. Pretty. Yeah. I'm trying to think of something else about fall, which is nice. Sorry, it's not my favorite season. But I love Nano. So, I love Preptober. Preptober is awesome. Preptober is fun. And this one will be really great because guess what I found? I found my list of stories. I found all my story ideas. I'm so freaking happy. I'm so happy. I got all my ideas. They're all put together. Now I just need to put them into a book so they're in a nice organized list, because you know what else I love? Lists. I love lists. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. They're fun. They make me excited. They make me happy down to my little soul. So I'm going to be doing that. And picking one of the stories from there, or I have another idea that I think I'm going to try out. You see, was it my birthday or Christmas? I think it was Christmas. My dad got me this kit for writers. It was really cute. It was really nice. And in it came this deck of cards, which you can't really see because because it's too bright. Oh, wait, there we go. There it is. So, this deck of cards right here, but it's a deck of writing prompt cards. And I think I'm going to randomly pull some ideas out of here and see if I can make a fun story out of it. Something I'd be interested in. So, I'm going to do that later on. But right now, there is a Preptober there is a Preptober write-in that I want to get in on and sit in on. So I'm going to be doing that in a minute. But yeah, that is this week. That's my plan. And yeah. Oh, that also, I am participating in Black Aweenathon, which is so fun already. I've already read a novella, Binti, by, I forgot their name. I forgot who wrote it. I'll put it down in the description. So, that's what I'm doing this week, is my list of things, my list of projects, and also choosing my story to work on for Nano, either using these cards or going through my old stories and picking out one that looks really good. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I say we as in me, because who's going to be doing it with me. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, so that's it. Clicking off now because I'm missing the write-in. So, yeah. Bye. Okay, so it is. Why do I always start off with okay, hi? Anyway, doesn't matter. Today is Tuesday, and I thought I'd give a really quick update. I spent most of today editing because I still have all those videos that I haven't put out. Yeah, I know. So that's what I did today. And let's see. Tomorrow is a writing day and a cleaning day because I have to actually have room in here. Let's see. That's about it. So that's it for today. Let me see if I can actually find where that braid is. Oh my gosh, I did. Look at me. So yeah, that is today. Tomorrow, like I said, is a writing day and a cleaning day, which I hate. I hate cleaning, which is why I have to do it for so long because I hate it so much I don't hardly ever do it. Anyway, but that's more information than I think anyone ever cared to know. Whatever. Anyway, so let me switch arms because this is like actually working out. Okay, so that's tomorrow, and then same thing for, what's the day after tomorrow? So if tomorrow is Wednesday, the day after would be Thursday. That is how days go, right? Yeah, that's how days go. So Thursday is also a writing day. Friday, I have, what do I have in my schedule on Friday? I don't remember. I think I have I really don't freaking know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll all find out together on Friday. But anyway, I gotta go cook dinner now, which I don't dislike as much as cleaning, so at least there's that. So let me go get to that now. Okay, see you tomorrow. So, have you ever had one of those days where you've had no peace? The car started up right next to me. I'll wait. Okay, so today is one of those days where no peace, none at all, and terrible lighting. So I've been on the phone all morning, just working out details of so many different things, none of them having to do with work, but I've been on the phone all day. So I was really happy when it came noon and it was time for me to go with my friend. Oh, finally the sun is behind a cloud because, oh my gosh, this lighting is terrible. But anyway, I was really happy when noon came around and it was time for me to leave the house and go and have lunch with my friend, who both of us are very safe. So there's not so much worry about catching the, really, son, really? We're doing this again? Go back behind a cloud. Thank you. So we are very safe, so there's not as much of a risk of catching anything. No COVID catching here. But apparently I'm catching all of the sun. Wow. I am washed all the way out. And let me wrap up quickly. Oh dear. Stressed. Anyway, so finally going to lunch. We're trying out a new Mediterranean place. Takeout, of course, because again, safety first. And yeah, that's my afternoon, and I will check back in later. Oh, it's Thursday, by the way. And yeah, Preptober continues, and without me. Alright, check back in later. I am back home after having the best best falafel I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, seriously, I'm not even joking. It was amazing. It was so good. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I am right now going through this big, huge stack of papers that I pulled out of notebooks. It was a whole bunch of random notebooks where I just found any story idea that I have had in the past, I don't know how many years, pulled them out, and now I'm looking through them to see if any of them are worth working on. So far I found a couple that are kind of cool. One where I went completely off the rails. I don't know what I was thinking. It just went so far, it just went so far into left field. It was, I don't know what it was. I really don't know what that was. But yeah, I think I'm going to be recycling that piece of paper. But the rest of them so far have been pretty interesting. I found a list of projects from a long time ago that I'm going to be transferring into a permanent book. So I have a centralized place to actually find these things, along with a short synopsis of each story. So I remember what they were about, because there are a couple of them that I looked at and I went, I remember writing this title, and that's it. I don't remember any more of it. So yeah, that is my project for the rest of the day. Well, not the full rest of the day, because they caught me again. I'm volunteering again. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. It's not phone banking. Thank God. I did not let myself get suckered into that one again. Phone banking sucks for me. For other people, it's great. They have a great time with it. They talk to people and it's fine. I don't talk to people. I don't really like people that much. So it's hard for me to want to talk to them. And then when I do, I have social anxiety, so it comes off very garbled and very inarticulate. So yeah, talking is not for me. However, this is texting, so I'm going to be doing that. Anyway, so I have an hour before I need to actually get on the line for the volunteer work, and oh, I'm shiny. Should probably powder, but I don't care. Where was I? I was shiny, that's where I was. No, I was talking about volunteering. Anyway, point is, I have an hour to finish going through all of this before I have to get onto the line with them. So that's going to be some pushing that I'm going to be doing right now. Family trees. Well, that one's not very much of a tree, but I still found them. Yay! Let's go over here. That's quicker than I thought it would be. That only took a few minutes once I actually focused and did it. So yay, yay, yay on that. Yeah, now I just need to transfer these things into a permanent book, and I am done with my big tasks for today. And oh shit, I have to cook dinner. Well, that's going to be difficult. No, it's not. We're having leftovers tonight. Done. Finished. That's what we're doing. Okay, yay. Where was I? Oh yeah, grabbing a book. But first I'm going to list them onto a separate piece of paper because I don't like wasting paper inside of books. So I'm going to do that really quick. Anyway, that's all. I'll check back in later when I'm done. Or tomorrow after I've worked on it more. I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to take. So we'll see. Okay. And with a big old sniffle. That's good. That's good. I've been trying to make this book for 2 weeks now, and it's just getting frustrating because I keep changing my mind on what I want it to look like, what I want it to say, what I even want the book to be in. Do I want it to be a solid book, or do I want it to be a folder? Like, what is it called? This. Why can't I think of what these are called right now? Binder. Yes, binder. Yes, that is what they're called. Whether I want it to be in a book or a binder, whether I want to make a book for it or use one of my already existing books. I'm getting really frustrated here at my own indecision. It's getting a little extreme. It's getting a little very extreme. It's 3 o'clock on Friday, and I still haven't made that book yet. I have a list of projects. I have all of them listed. I have it listed, everything that I have been working on, all of my book ideas. It's only 2 pages. I don't know why I keep flipping it back and forth like that, like it's going to suddenly become more pages. Anyway, so I have been doing that for the past day, which is fine. You know, it took a while to get all of the papers out of all of the notebooks and get all of them put together and then figure out what went to what stories and what stories didn't have plots yet and which ones were just titles, which ones had little snippets of dialogue and no story to go with it. So that's taken a minute, and I expected that. But my God, really? This long for that little bit of work. I can't. I got to move on to something else. So what I'm going to move on to is making a new plot for Nano using those cards, because I still haven't done that yet. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to clear the space off and start over and take a break from that. And then maybe I'll spend the weekend finishing this book. I think that's what I'm going to do. Spend the weekend finishing the book. Yeah. Or maybe at least after I do this, but I got to do something that's actually productive and is going to actually make me feel like I've gotten somewhere. And this ain't it. So, I'm going to do that right now. Okay. Alright, there's use these words in a story. Don't think, just write. Try a new genre. Dialogue Kickstarter. They did what? World building. Fill in the blanks. Using body language. Setting the scene. And story starters. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use world building, story starters. Try a new genre. And let's see. Maybe don't think just right. No, that feels like something for a short story, not for a plot. Okay. I might change my mind later. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 different stories out of this. We're going to see what works. Okay, so all right. Families are a pain, even when you're the chosen one. Oh no, chosen one story. My mother says that after the last stunt, she'd ground me if. Okay. Let's see. Write your story, Miss Peggy Entwistle. I suck at saying names. Is the proprietor, not the perpetrator, wow, is the proprietor of a tea house in English Village, and the person most like, and the most like, and the person with the most likely chance of working out who killed the local vicar. Describe 4 of the village inhabitants she sees as regulars, and her social relationships with each other. And this is the genre of fantasy. I'm just going to pick that. I'm not going to go for the rest of it. So, Miss Peggy is the chosen one, or maybe the chosen one is a part of it, in a fantasy story. Okay. See what that does. All right. Let's see. The night I set fire to Mr. Wallace's barn, there was no moon at all. Ooh, I like that. Let's see. Your cast of characters lives and works in a traveling circus. Explain which characters do which jobs when they are traveling from place to place, and describe the vehicles that get them around. And it's a romance. Okay, a burnt barn of circus people and a romance. Okay, that could be something. Okay, it's it's late afternoon, and the ground outside the cabin is covered in snow, but you have no choice. If you don't saddle your horse and leave right now, they'll find you. I like that. Oh, Captain Kel Diamond has crash landed on an alien planet rich in oxygen, bursting with green life. He is rescued by a family of local inhabitants. Describe the home of the family that rescues Kel in as much detail as possible in the genre of horror. A sci-fi horror. Okay. Let's see. When Simon woke up, his hotel room was dark and smelled bad. Okay. Your story is spent on a spaceship where a group of civilians and military personnel are on a long trip to a mining planet. What do they eat on board? What is the relationship like between the civilians and their military escort in the genre of science fiction? Well, that seems fitting. Okay, a science fiction hotel room. A science fiction, what was it? Hospital room. So a sick bay that smells bad for some reason on a long trip to a mining colony. Okay. Let's see. There's nothing in the guidebook about this. She checked twice. But there it was, right in front of her. Okay. Your protagonist is leader of a small band of children who have been abandoned in the desert as a sacrifice to a horrifying blood spirit. When the children trek across the desert to escape, what environmental conditions do they have to contend with? And it's a psychological thriller. So far, the one that I like the most, which one do I like the most? This one is good. This one is good. The science fiction Sick Bay. And I like the horror science fiction with the cabin covered in snow on a alien planet. And there's the circus romance where someone burned down a barn. This one feels more like me. This one feels a lot more like me. The burnt barn, then a traveling circus, and I'll have to do research on a traveling circus, but this one seems like fun. Okay. I'm going to keep these separate anyway, just in case I make a choice to choose something different. So I'm doing a quick weekly wrap up because I don't know how much more space I have on this memory card, and I'd like to just hurry up and finish off the week now. I got interesting things done. I found my folder, I started my book, I got my project list done. I just don't have it transferred into the book yet, which is going to take a minute. And let's see, I have yet to figure out what story I'm doing for Nano and what story I'm doing until Nano, because I don't want to not do anything for a month while I'm just prepping for something to do later. That would be dumb and a waste of time and boring, frankly, just boring. So I still need to pick out 2 stories. I think I know which ones, but I'm not 100% yet. One of them is a fantasy story that I know I'm not going to be working on for Nano because I started it during Nano one year, and I like to start fresh stories each time. It gives me a chance to work on new plots. So I know I'm not doing that one for Nano, but I think I might work on it in the meantime. But I have to go through and reread it because it's been a couple of years since I worked on it. So I think I'm doing that. I just need to find my Nano plot still. So still on the search, still on the hunt, but I'll find it. Anyway, that's it for this week. That's it for now. Okay, ciao. See you next week.